Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited for this video because I'm going to be doing indie makeup releases and talking about all the new releases on the indie makeup market and whether I'm going to be buying them or not. This is a series that I try to do weekly, every 2 weeks, something like that. So if you are interested in hearing more about new indie makeup from me, definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, the series is inspired by Myali Beauty and Samantha March, who both have their own versions. They started this, well, Samantha started it, and Myali then went after, and I was inspired by Myali, but Sam was the original. It's a whole like little inspiration train, but I do like to shout them out every time because this is like such an iconic series, and I mean, I want to give credit where it's due, so I'll have them both linked down below, and then also all the Instagram accounts that I use to make these videos happen. Ooh, and I also had a specific Instagram account I wanted to shout out today. This is Melanin Makeups. I'll leave their page here so you can see what they look like, but they are specifically spotlighting new releases from Black-owned makeup brands and women of color-owned makeup brands. So if you're looking for more of that in your life, definitely go ahead and check them out. They have become an Instagram account that I'm going to be checking weekly for this series, so I really appreciate the work that they're doing and just wanted to mention them. Okay, so let's jump in. I should say, just fair warning, because I'm in one of those moods recently, the last few weeks, where I don't really want to buy a bunch of makeup. So everything I'm talking about, I'm kind of not nitpicking, but I'm just giving you an honest consumer's opinion on the new makeup and why I'm not buying it, especially when I'm being more picky because your girl's got a budget. Like, I am just a normal human being who can't buy all the makeup. So sometimes when I'm in these moods, I get more comments than usual that I'm super negative, or that I just, just those kind of comments. So fair warning, if you want someone who's gonna like everything, this might not be the makeup news spot for you, because I'm just gonna be real. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'm like struggling because my shirt keeps falling. I feel like straps are always so long on me. Sometimes I literally have to like safety pin them back, and these ones don't have an adjustable strap, and I don't understand, but it's so cute that I still want to wear it. So don't mind me if I'm just awkwardly doing this the whole time. But first, okay, let's go ahead and start with a new release from GlobyGlory Cosmetics. These are their new Sunset Glow highlighters, and I think that there are 4 shades, maybe. I'm not sure. I captured 3 of them in this photo, but the shade on top, which is called California Dreamin', it looks like the prettiest kind of peachy gold shade, and honestly, I know in my heart that I don't need this highlighter, but when I saw it on the video, I was just like, I need that highlighter. It is just one of those really breathtaking shades. It has like a duochrome to it. I'm just imagining it to be the prettiest summer blush, because it definitely would not be a highlight on me, but it just looks stunning. I'm actually kind of tempted to shop my stash a little bit and look through and see even if I have an eyeshadow with that same kind of color to it, and I'll just try and use it as a blush instead of wanting to buy something new. But that really, really captured my attention. Like, I don't know what I was doing, but I'm pretty sure Karen sent the video to me, and I just sat there like this for like 5 minutes because it's beautiful. And I'm a makeup lover, but I'm hoping that I will have the strength to pass on that release. And then next, let's talk about Alien Cosmetics, and I've got 2 different palettes to mention here actually. And before I jump in, I should say that I literally just filmed my review for their 4 quads, so that should be coming sometime this month, and that'll kind of give you my thoughts on Alien Cosmetics formula overall a little bit more. But as of right now, I'm just not really interested in buying anything more from them, so these are going to be passes, but I wanted to talk about them because the color stories are really, really pretty. This first one here is called Sunbathe and Soft Serve. I actually mentioned it last week as a sneak peek, but I didn't realize they had revealed it. And I absolutely love this color story, like the mixture of like brown shades and blues, and but it's not a pop of blue. There's like a full blue there's a full blue monochromatic moment happening here. There's like a light iridescent inner corner shade, and I just feel there's just something so aesthetic about blue and brown together. I don't know. I have my palette here with Give Me Glow and JD Glow shadows, and I've even been inspired recently by this little quad here, these 4 shades, kind of getting that like blue-brown moment happening. Those 4 shades ended up together just on accident, and I'm so inspired by them together. So maybe I should like do a build my own blue and brown palette. And then next, the other palette, I'm not sure how new this is, but I was creeping on their website and I saw this. And I was just like, okay, how did I not realize this existed? This is the Stellar Sunsets palette. And again, what a cute color story. I will definitely give them that. I just feel like, I don't know, I love all the pops of purple. I know it's supposed to be a sunset palette, but it's kind of giving me like, I don't know, 90s vibes for some reason. Like 90s sitcom vibes. That's what I see with this color story. I don't know if it makes sense, but I really like it, and I'm not just sure. It probably has a lot to do with the right row. That's just those 3 shades, those 3 purples are giving me life, but I'm going to pass for now. I'm just going to admire from afar. And then next we have something I want to talk about, and I feel very odd about this. So this is the Blush Tribe rebrand, and they announced that they're coming out with, was it another, I can't even remember. Last week I talked about this, and I can't remember if I talked about 1 or 2 palettes. I think I only talked about the Yasmin palette, and then they released, gosh, what was it? The Eubia palette, I think, which is really pretty. And then they revealed that they're also coming out with the Yaya palette. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names at all. And again, that's pretty, but I feel like these almost all look like variants of the same color story. And I'm just, like I said last week, I feel like the Blush Tribe palettes still look like Blush Tribe. Like I just don't really understand the rebrand. And looking at all of these, I'm just like, they kind of all muddle together. I don't understand the point of coming out with all 3 of these palettes at the same time. And then they revealed that they're also coming out with a collaboration as well. And this is with Rex Bella, which I'm not familiar with her. And I don't want to like take away from this moment. I think it's so cool to be collaborating with a brand. And, you know, I don't want to like sour that at all. But when I saw this, my first thought was, okay, so Blush Tribe is doing faces on their palettes again. Or Myali, they're called Myali now. That was like their whole brand before, so it was like at least they're changed something a little bit, and it's like it's kind of the same thing going on, and I don't understand the point of the rebrand if everything's just gonna look the same. And even though this palette is very cute, it's a very cute neutral palette with a little pop of pink. I like the color story. It's just, what it made me think of was Blush Tribe announced that they were shutting down. No explanations, which I don't think anyone's entitled to an explanation. But, I mean, I felt bad for them. Most people felt bad. It was like they're doing a closing sale. Everything's going to be gone. If you wanted to try Blush Tribe, here's your last chance. Like, they were like, we're shutting down forever. And then out of nowhere, they're like, oh, and we're back with a rebrand. And I know a lot of people were kind of like not loving that. It kind of put like a bad feeling for a lot of people. But for me, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm thinking, well, maybe they felt so supported when they closed down that they decided to give it another go, to try again, start fresh. Like, I was coming up all these ideas in my mind, but now I'm looking at this and I'm like, how do you go from completely shutting down to actually we're rebranding to having 4 palettes ready to go to launch in July in the middle of a pandemic as well? So I don't know. I feel kind of icky about the whole thing. And I'm just very big on transparency and just being clear about your intentions. And I don't know, I'm not feeling like I'm going to buy any of these palettes right now. I'm just not feeling the whole thing. So I don't know. I'm laughing because I'm having one of those days where I keep saying, I feel. I'm so sorry. But that is how I feel. So next we have a release that of course I am excited about because this is from Divina Cosmetics and I love Devinah. So they are actually expanding their Galaxy Dust shadows, which I have raved about them quite a lot. They're just beautiful, beautiful duochromes. Some of them are my favorite shadows ever. So I was very excited to hear that they were coming out with more. This first one here is called Centaurus, which, I mean, Taurus is in the name, so of course I like it, but it looks to be like an orange to a green shift. Very, very pretty. And then the other one is called Tucana, and it looks to be kind of like a goldeny yellow to pinky peachy shift just from the pictures, which, I mean, they both look beautiful. So Devinah did say they would be sending these to me, which I am very excited about. If they weren't, I think I would be so tempted to buy them just because they're Galaxy Dust and they're like special shadows are some of my favorite shadows of all time. I am definitely very grateful that they will be coming into my life. And then next we have the full reveal of the new Space Oasis palette from Drench Cosmetics. I was very curious about this because I am curious about Drench Cosmetics in general. It's only $25, which is not bad for an indie palette, and I think that this is cute. There's parts of this palette I really like, especially the bottom row. I'm all about, like, if that was a quad, like, I would buy that super fast. But then at the same time, I feel like the two browns and the two reds look very similar. It's the thing that keeps me away from wanting to buy this the most, is just the shades that look similar. Overall, I think it is pretty. It's a cute color story, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just keep my eye on the brand and wait for a release that truly speaks to me. And then next we have a sneak peek from Terra Cosmetics, and I am so excited about this because they are sneak peeking a bunch of new matte shadows, and they are all colorful matte shadows, which I am living for because I really love their reformulated matte formula. They sent me a few of them, I want to say maybe Black Friday of last year. They came out with like 6 neutral shades, and they are some of my favorite neutral shadows. They're just super creamy and soft and easy to work with and pigmented, and they're just like that really good buttery matte formula. I really like them. So I am very happy to see that they're coming out with more mattes and that they're going to be colorful. Oh, I also have their pastel mattes, which I really enjoy as well. I've just found that nearly everything I bought from Terra Moons I've been super happy with. The only thing I would say is their Cosmic Chameleons and their Pastel Chameleons. I feel like they're a little less multi-chrome-y than they were advertised as. They're a little bit more subtle in person, but everything else I've been above and beyond happy with. So I definitely see myself buying these when they do release. And then next we have a new palette from Sydney Grace Cosmetics, and this is really cute. This is the Chase Your Dreams palette. The graphic design was actually done by my friend Millie from Bad to the Brow, so I think that's super cool that she has a continued working relationship with Sydney Grace because she's a graphic designer. She actually designed my merch, so I mean, of course, I just love seeing my friends succeed. But the actual palette, I think, is a really beautiful color story. It's kind of like your classic sunset palette, but a little bit more neutral, a little bit more wearable, and I like it. I do, but I just don't feel like I need it, which I haven't bought anything from Sydney Grace in a hot minute, other than, actually, they got some of their lip creams this year. But other than that, I have not bought any of their new eyeshadow releases. Not that they really had a ton going on, but the last palette didn't speak to me, and this one, I mean, it looks very nice, but I don't need it, so that's going to be a pass. And then next we have a sneak peek from a new brand. I'm pretty sure they're new. I think this might be their first launch. It's launching August 1st. This is Ouija Cosmetics, and it is their new, oh no, is it Ouija? That's Ouija, right? But it has an A. Oh my goodness. I literally know nothing about anything. Oh wow, Ouija board, but it's a Ouija, but it has an A. Okay, I've literally never had a reason to spell the word other than when I was writing this post for Indie Makeup Spotlight, which I did have to do autocorrect for, but anyways, this is definitely more of a spooky themed palette, and that's just not my personal vibes. I'm such a scaredy cat, it's not even funny. But I do think it's cute. I don't know what it is exactly because I'm looking at the color story and I can't really pinpoint what I like so much about this. But I just feel like when I was scrolling through and I saw it and I was tagged in it, I was like, ooh, like you're kind of cute. I kind of like you. So I don't know. It's a very interesting twist on a neutral palette. It looks kind of unique. I don't know. I would love to know what you think about this palette. And then next we have something that definitely made me laugh. And this is from GlobyGlory. I'm not really familiar with them, but it says they're an indie brand. And this is a face and body mist called the BS Remover. And it says that it is a moisturizing rose water spray, perfect for a refresher or for a mist right after makeup. Honestly, I could care less about the ingredients. The bottle in general just made me laugh. And I feel like that would be a really funny gift. Like I could even see getting that for like my sister or something. It says it's a face body dewy mist, non-sticky formula. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Like, don't we all need a little BS remover in our life? Oh, if only it was that easy. Next we have a palette from Myali Cosmetics. And I think this is not super new because it says restock alert. It says it's available for only $12. Kind of shook, but the color story of this is actually super, super pretty. That's definitely what grabbed my attention. There's like some peach, some red, pink, purple, like kind of like a cranberry purple shade. I don't know, I just feel like overall every single color looks so pretty. It's kind of giving me like Myali Cosmetics and Smoky Glow vibes, but a little bit more condensed. I don't know, I just saw this picture and it really, really grabbed my attention. I love pink and purple together, and I feel like there's a perfect amount of shades here. It looks like there's some lighter shades, some medium shades, a little bit of deeper shades, and I don't know. I love the peach. I just love peach with these kind of colors. But I don't need it. I don't need it, but it is only $12, so I don't know how they're doing it. No idea, but it is very, very pretty. All right, next we have a new palette from Voss, and I feel like they were an independently owned brand, but now I'm thinking and I'm wondering when was the last time that I checked into that, and it's been a while since I looked, but we'll just go ahead and include them with the indie makeup. This is very cute. This is the Sakura Blossom palette, and when I saw this, I was definitely like, oh, I like it kind of feeling, but at the same time, I feel, there I am again, like it is something that probably like 2 years ago, I would have gone crazy. I would have been like, yes, that's so pretty. I love it. The colors, my vibes. I've really enjoyed the formula from most things that I've tried from Voss, so I like this. But again, it's just a case of it's not really anything special to my collection, so it's very easy to pass on. And then last but not least, I have one mainstream release to talk about, and I'm just... I'll just throw it on screen. This is the new Gucci collection, and there are new bronzers, and I think there's also a new satin lipstick. And honestly, first, I don't know. I cannot explain the reasoning other than Harry Styles working with Gucci that they're one of the brands that's super, super on my radar, but they're on my radar from like way afar. And the reason being is that I believe that they are not cruelty free, so I'm not going to be buying from them. But every release that they come out with, I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. Like they had like the little dewy balm, they had the really like crazy mascara, they had a bunch of different lipsticks. I want to say they had one lipstick and it was like a Peggy neutral shade and it looks so pretty. So they are definitely a brand I have been lusting at from afar, and I thought I'd just go ahead and talk about them for a moment today. So the bronzers, I think the packaging is super cute and summery. The stupid little brush that comes with luxury makeup, like that brush, nobody's going to use it. Like, please just make the packaging thinner or something and just get rid of the brush. That's a rant for another day. I feel like looking at the bronzer range, it's definitely not the worst that I've ever seen. It's okay. But I feel like the medium shades, like those 3 medium shades look very, very similar. And This kind of reminds me of a conversation that I had recently about bronzers and what I expect from brands as a general rule of thumb. Of course, with Gucci, they really could afford to do 100 bronzers and they would be fine, but I feel like I don't expect brands to just come out with a giant quantity of shades and then check off the inclusivity box. I just don't see it that way. But what I do expect brands to do is to have an even range where it's like, okay, you only have 4 shades, but are they evenly distributed? Or do you do like, oh, there's 1 for light skins, there's 2 for medium, and there's 1 for deep. Whereas you could have done light, medium, deep, deep, dark, and done so much more with those 4 shades. Because even if you have like 12 bronzers, you might not have the perfect depth for someone or the perfect undertone, or maybe they wanted a little more red, maybe they wanted a little more cool, maybe they wanted a little more olive. So, you know, everyone has personal preference. So I just feel like at least I'd like to see that range. I don't know if I'm making sense, but looking here, I'm like, I feel like they definitely could have done a lot more with producing 6 shades. So I don't know. I'm definitely curious to see what people have to say about it. I'm not going to be buying it, but Gucci makeup has my attention. I can't lie. All right, so that is everything for today's indie makeup releases. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've picked up any indie makeup recently, feel free to let me know and we can have a chat in the comments. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.